Hey YouTube, welcome back to a 3D printing video. So I have with me here some test filaments, some samples from Rigid Ink, and I'm going to give them a go. I posted a picture of these on my Instagram. If you want to follow me on there, it's Endomorph Rob, which is ENDOOMORPH and then Rob, so Endomorph Rob. And what I have here are a few colours I wanted to test. So I've just got plain black, because I want to do something in black eventually. I've got a translucent green, which if you look closely you can see it's translucent. Might not look as much further away, but I'll be interested to see how that turns out. Got just translucent. Got silver, which at the moment, to be honest, it looks just grey. So I'll be interested to see how that comes out, because obviously once PLA prints, it tends to, I don't know, it tends to be a bit shinier, or maybe it's just the way it refracts the light. But I'll be interested to see how that comes out. And this one is bronze, so the same. I'm not sure how it comes out on the camera exactly, but it kind of looks quite browny here. Not as orangey, is that the right word, as bronze I would say. But I don't know, we'll see what it comes out like again. So what I'm thinking, I've downloaded a couple of STLs off Thingiverse. So I've got a Hulk statue, just little prints, because these aren't too many meters. A little Hulk statue I'm going to do with the translucent green. Thought that would be cool. So I'd like to do a big one with translucent green. Just a normal translucent, I'll probably do... I saw a kind of a T800 or T8000, anyway, some type of Terminator skull. Thought maybe that one, or maybe an OK hand or something. The black one, not sure, maybe the hand or something like that again. Silver one, definitely want to do the Terminator skeleton skull thing, and then the bronze one, probably the Terminator skull again. What should I going to try? The hand, the Terminator skull, Pikachu. Actually, might try one of the couple of them in Pikachu to see how they print, and I think there was one Hulk statue, Terminator, Pikachu, and something else, and I can't remember what right now. So anyway, I've turned the printer on. At the moment I've got one how white PLA in here, so I'm just going to do the first print of one with that, just so I can compare. So this white one I'm going to do just the hand probably, and I'll print that out. It's just a hand doing the OK sign, so I'm going to print that now. So I've added the SD card, so if I do print, oh missed it, print, choose the SD card, then G-code files. So there you can see the ones I've got on there that I've just added. And oh, hang on a sec. Print. I'm doing this through the screen, so that's a bit awkward. Down arrow. What should I add to this? Pikachu 200. Hulk statue on hand. Okay, yeah, cool. So let's try the hand. We can press print. So I've done all these at 0.2mm layers, with 3 perimeter shells, top shells, and I think sometimes 4 bottom shells. I'm doing them all with a raft just because I cleaned this bed and it wasn't sticking as well before. So I just want to make sure they all stick. I haven't got too much filament, so I have the print marks up. That's it. I'm doing them all at 210 degrees because that's been working well with this filament I've got. So I thought I'd stick with that and see how they do. All at 50mm per second with a travel speed of 100mm per second. Not sure about retraction because I'm using the FlashForge slicing software and there isn't the option for that. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, that's right. Infill will be quite low, so with the Hulk statue it's only going to be a low infill because I want to see how the translucentness works. So that's only about 5%. The rest is no more than 10% infill, maybe 5% if I left it there. So not a lot, again, as to not waste filament. So I will do these test prints and I will catch you either in the next video or the next half of this one. So see you in a bit, bye. Okay, test prints are here. We have the White Hulk. This was done on the existing filament I already had, which I think was the One How filament. Always hard to see up close because the way the light refracts, but the detail is pretty good. I've got some supports, see if I can focus, just underneath the chin, which I actually need to remove. Kind of didn't realise they were there at first. And there's a couple of blips, you can just see on the chest, the kind of upper pec. Couple of marks on there. Not sure if that's something to do with the model or to do with the filament. Not too sure. But other than that, it turns out pretty cool. And you can see the bottom of the arms under the triceps. That is where the supports were. So that could do with a little bit of sanding or something, some finishing up. But as a test, it turned out quite well. And then I did it in the translucent green of the rigid ink, and it actually turned out really well. Again, it's hard to... Prints are always kind of hard to tell on the camera because they always tend to reflect the light a lot. But it came out really nice. It seems to have a lot less stringing at 210 degrees. So I wonder if I could go even lower and see how it works. But it came out really nice. So what did I have this at? I can't remember the infill I had it at. I think I mentioned it earlier in the video. But you can kind of see... You might not be able to see it in the video. From here, I can kind of see through certain bits of it. But I think to get the real effect of the translucent colours, I'd have to do less perimeters, just 1 or 2 perimeters. And then you might be able to see through to the infill, see how that does. But in fact, yeah, it's kind of hard to see through it. But you can definitely see... I guess you can kind of see it's not solid, but from the camera you might not be able to see it. So the other test I did with the green filament, I had the white Pikachu test model, and this one, you see, I've got a little bit of stringing on the white. That's at 210 degrees, I think, again. A bit of stringing there, I haven't cleared it yet, so I can show you. But the actual model came out quite fine. At the top, tiny bit of kind of, you know, little bit of plastic showing on the top of the ears, not as neat. Again, easy to sand down though, and it's only a low poly, so it doesn't matter too much. And so this is the green, translucent green filament on the Pikachu, and I think you can kind of see through the green a bit more. I'm not sure if you can see my finger through it, but in real life you can kind of see it through it a little bit more. Again, I think I have to do lower perimeters for it, so maybe the next test I'll do with translucent, I'll do less perimeters and see if I can get some more translucentness. But it's definitely shows up as less solid in real life. And the final one was the silver filament. So this was the white filament of the Terminator skull, the T800, and I actually removed the cheekbone bits that come down from there because I thought they were supports because I had tree-like supports on there. Turns out after looking at the model again, they weren't. So I actually just removed part of the actual model that was there. But annoyingly, as you can see, I don't know if it's something to do with my slicer, but see these lines here almost look like a problem with the Z-axis. Now, I haven't got a problem with the Z-axis because everything else is fine. It's just there. And the reason what happened was when I tried the silver of the rigid ink, I saw these big splits which show more because of the darker colour. And I thought, oh no. Then I looked at the white model and they actually have the splits in the exact same place. So if I turn this around, you see the splits going up there, and then if I turn the white one round, it's harder to see on the white because of the less shadow, but it splits in the exact same place. So I'm not sure if it's something to do with the G code with the slicer, or maybe at a low level like that. So I wouldn't mind trying it again in a bigger size model and seeing how it turns out. And as you can see, there's that side, and that side is how it's meant to look compared to the white where I've had that removed. But anyway, the grey, I even said grey rather than silver. I guess it's got a little bit of a shine to it, but you tell me what you think on the video, if it looks like it's grey or looks like it's silver. I don't personally think it's as shiny as a silver would be. What I have bought is actually some silver paint, just some spray on like that I found in a pound shop. So I think I'm actually going to try that and just see how that comes out. But if I was looking for something to be silver, I think I'd probably paint it rather than going with just the filament. It has got a little bit of a shine to it, but that again, that might just be the layers that are refracting the light. I could probably do with buying some grey filament actually and comparing it and seeing how it does. But the filament works quite nice. The layers, you can't really see the layers too much, and this is only a 0.2mm. Apart from those big kind of problems there, but that's not to do with the filament. That's to do with the what I think is actual slicer, because I haven't had problems like that before. But anyway. So this was a few test prints of rigid ink. I've got a couple of other ones to do. I've got bronze, silver, black. No, sorry, done silver, bronze, black, and whichever I had in the earlier part of the video, because I can't remember now. But yeah, so far not too bad. I'm not sure whether to do a large one of translucent green or a large hulk of just normal green. I kind of like the translucent, it gives it like a bit more depth almost. But yeah, no, so far the filaments seem quite good, so I think I'm going to buy a couple of big filaments of them and do some bigger models. But anyway, stay tuned, more 3D printing videos to come, a lot more models, and I'll definitely be making it a regular thing. So please subscribe, like, and watch out for the next one. Cheers, bye.